Hey guys, it's Leo from Team Ragnarok, and today I'm bringing you a first draft of my Chronofang Tiger deck, updated with stuff from clan selection. So for the starter, we're playing Chrono Tiger. I play this because it just fits in well with the theme of the deck. You can play anyone you want. Into grade 4s, we have 4 Chrono Tiger Rebellion. This is the only grade 4 I play because I personally haven't felt the need for Time Leaper in this build yet. Maybe it'll change in the future. But its skill is when it attacks, you activate effects depending on the level card in your hand. So if you have 5 or less, you can retire 2 of your opponent's front row rear guards. If you have 3 or less, all your front row units gain 10,000 power. And if you have 1 or less, you can turn all the cards in your damage zone face down, and it gains a skill that reduces all the opponent's guardians by 5,000 until end of turn. So ideally, most of the time you want to get the 1 or less effect because it's what you really need to end the game. But the 10,000 power also is just really good as well because it pushes out 4 more cards from hand combined at last skill. Of course, moving into grade 3s, you play the 4 Chronofang Tiger. He has a skill that lets you superior ride a grade 4 from the deck as long as you discard a card from your discard cards from your hand that equal grade 3 or greater. And then his additional skill is when you superior ride Chrono Tiger Rebellion on top of him, you can discard a card from your hand and your Vanguard gets critical and drive +1. This really helps you hit the 1 card threshold that you need for Rebellion. Plus it gives you an extra drive to recover that card you discarded anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Also the additional crit is pretty nice. Moving into grade 2s. We have 3 Steam Mechanic Nabu. This is mainly used to recover hand on your Rebellion turn, or just pretty much in the early game when you have Soul Blast and stuff. But like on the Rebellion turn, this is really threatening because with its skill, they can only guard with trigger units, and if they didn't have a Sentinel, they would have use most trigger units to guard your Vanguard attack. So they wouldn't really have much left to guard this, so you can just throw your triggers on this, and it'll probably just end the game. Of course, we also have 3 Steam Scara Urcab. This is can plus 1 discard a card, and your Vanguard gets drive +1. So it's just another way to empty out your hand, plus recovering at the same time by giving your Vanguard extra drives. And it has an extra skill, when it's discarded from your hand, you can be discarded as a grade 3. Which can be pretty useful sometimes, because you just may not have the grade 3, or like the card you need to discard in total. Then we have 3 Smoke Gear Dragon. I mainly play this for the first skill, since the second skill can't really go off, since I don't play Chrono Jet. So when it attacks a Vanguard, it gains 5,000 power until the end of battle, and if I roll a grade 4 this turn, I can Soul Blast 1 to draw a card. So it hits for 15 by itself, which is pretty nice, and if I need to, I can Soul Blast and draw a card back to recover my hand for the next turn. And then lastly, we play 4 Chrono Bite Tiger. His Vanguard skill is pretty useful if you get to ride him. At the beginning of your ride phase, you draw an additional card, and then you discard a card in your hand, which will proc some of the discard effects that I play in this deck. And then, of course, on the rear guard as well, once per turn, you discard a card from your hand, and it gains critical +1, so it's just another way to empty your hand. But gaining critical +1 without any drives on the rear guard is pretty strong by itself. Moving into grade 1s, we are playing 4 Chrono Tooth Tiger. His Vanguard skill is really useful. At the beginning of your ride phase, you draw an extra card, so it allows you to draw into your combo pieces early on. Also, when it's discarded during your turn, you can counterblast 1, draw a card, and cut the rear guard as rest. So you're not really losing too much from discarding him. And then we have 4 Lost Gear Dog 8. This is just essentially the grade 3 searcher. When placed from hand, you can reveal a grade 3 or greater from hand. So like, you can reveal Rebellion if it's the only grade 3 or greater you have. You search your deck for 1 grade 3, so you'd grab your Chronofang Tiger and add it to your hand, and then you discard cards from your hand equal to grade 3 or greater. So you would either just like ditch this or something better if you haven't the target for it. And then it shares the same continuous skill as Urcab. When it's discarded, it can be discarded as a grade 3, which again is just really useful. Lastly, in the grade 1 slot, we have 4 Steam Maiden Ribble. When it's discarded during your turn, you can Soul Blast one and call it to rearguard. So it calls itself a stand, which is either if you discard in battle phase somehow, it's a multi-attacker, and if not, it's just a 13k booster because it gains 5000 power. Then the other part of the skill, which is what I really like about it, you bot deck a normal unit, and then you draw a card. So it just allows you to cycle back your key cards that you need. So if you somehow ran out of rebellions, you can just Superior Call this through one of the discard outlets, bot deck a rebellion, and draw an additional card. Moving into triggers, I play 4 heal, pretty standard. I'm still playing 4 draw at the minute because I feel it's really important to draw into your pieces that let you discard. Then I play the 8 critical. Criticals are nice if you hit them on your like extra drive checks that you have gained. It will help you end the game pretty fast. That's pretty much all I have for this video. If I have any updates to this deck, I'll be sure to make other videos on it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.